Is San Antonio in a buyer's market or is San Antonio in a seller's market? Is now a good time to buy a home in San Antonio? And what are interest rates going to do? Or are they going to settle down? We're going to tackle those questions and more in this month's edition of the San Antonio Housing Market Report, October 2024. So the first thing I want to do is show you an article here from CNBC. This was last week. It says mortgage rates spike after stronger than expected jobs report. And just a week before that, interest rates had fallen, quite significantly. And folks really started jumping into the market, started refinancing. We saw a lot of buyer activity hit the market. And then all of a sudden, we get this headline that says mortgage rates spike after stronger than expected jobs report. Now, that is to be expected. Things are going to change rapidly when you get a piece of really big news. And, unfortunately, this means that if there's a possibility that the Fed might not cut rates again in the November meeting, their next meeting. They might just stay the same. So, these headlines are impactful, and these changes, and unfortunately I think we're going to continue to see that moving forward. We're not going to have a long period of stability in the market. It's going to be a lot of volatility in the housing market. We're going to see moments where things look really great, and then the next moment when things seem to be going well, they're going to go badly. Interest rates are going to rise again, and folks are going to pause their buying activity possibly. So, what are the interest rate predictions for 2025? We're going to take a look here, what the expectations are. So 2025 mortgage rate projections. This was before the unexpected news of the jobs report. The fourth quarter of 2024, 6.2%. This was made September 2024, this prediction. That's Fannie Mae, Mortgage Bankers Association, that second column, Wells Fargo in the third column, 6.15, with an average of 6.18% for the fourth quarter. Now, there's still more time to go here in the fourth quarter of the San Antonio housing market, so we could see some of these rates come back. But right now, we're sitting at a plus 6.5%, 6.6%. The first quarter average for 2025 mortgage rates, 5.98%. The second quarter, 5.87%. The third quarter, 5.78%. And then for the fourth quarter of 2025, 5.68%. So now I wouldn't sit here and make plans that the rates are definitely going to hit these numbers in 2025, because anything can happen. We could have some event happen and interest rates are required to go up. If inflation rears its ugly head and continues to rear its ugly head, we could see the opposite happen. We could see the Fed decide, we might need to increase rates because the inflation is going to be out of control, and that's what they really want to avoid. So got to keep an eye on that. So really weigh your options when interest rates move in the positive direction that you're looking for moving forward in 2024 and 2025. Now, what is going to happen if rates move in any of these directions, okay, these positive directions? Over 1/3 of homeowners would be motivated to move with rates under 6%. So, at 6%, 35% of homeowners would be ready to put their home on the market. And we're going to get into the local San Antonio housing numbers here shortly, and you can think about what that means for you here in San Antonio. But with 35% of respondents, this is nationwide, saying that they would be ready to move, you could see more inventory on the market at a 6% rate. And we were really close there a week ago, and now we've moved back in the opposite direction. At a rate of less than 5%, I'm not sure we'll see that in 2025 or not, but another 30% of respondents would be ready to move, put their house on the market. Okay, and remember, these are also buyers, so we'd have inventory, we'd have some more competition entering the market. And then, of course, for a rate of less than 4%, 21%, we get another 21% of sellers entering the market. And then a rate of less than 3% 3% would bring in another 11% of seller buyers in the market. And then, of course, we have 42% said they would not be comfortable making a move at all. Now, total home sale forecast. This is what we've seen from 2019 through 2024. And 2019, we sold 6 million homes. 2020, 6.4 million homes. 2021, 6.9 million homes. 2022, 5.7 million homes. And then this is, rates are coming up here. Then 2023, which was one of the worst years here for sales volume, 4.8 million homes were sold. This is due to the super high interest rates that we hadn't seen in decades. And then this year, of course, we're on pace to sell 4.7 million homes. And of course, rates are still higher. They're not as high as they were, but they're still higher. I think that we'll probably hit this, and 2023 and 2024 will be two of the slowest years. But we are now in the position where we're going to start seeing lower interest rates. Whether or not those rates stay low or not just depends on what's happening. But I think overall, long term, we'll see volatility to the downside in interest rates. And now for 2025, the total home sales forecast. So the average for 2025 came in at 5.4 million homes. That's almost a million homes more, 700,000 homes predicted to be sold in 2025. That's all really contingent on seeing those lower interest rates that we saw here earlier. So we do see those lower interest rates. We're going to see a lot more home sales in 2025 and potentially beyond 2025. And now shifting to the San Antonio housing market update here. So as you can see here, we're still in a seller's market. We have 4.54 months worth of inventory. So still outside of that balanced market. Now, some neighborhoods absolutely are in a seller's market, depending on where you're looking. Towards downtown, you're going to see a lot more homes sitting on the market a lot longer. They need a lot more work, but definitely some of those are in a balance to a seller's market. List to sold price ratio, sellers are typically getting about 97.5% of their list price. The number of days on the market, looking at 45 days on market typically for the typical home. The median sold price came in at $295,000. The estimated home values in San Antonio came in at $283,920. Last month's change, 0.1% negative, and 12-month change minus 2.1%. So home values have come down just a little bit this year, mainly due to the higher interest rates. And we'll see how that plays out towards the end of 2024, but I'm not anticipating much of a change. We'll just have to see how it plays out. New listings, new homes listed on the market here in San Antonio. The median list price, the typical home, came in at $285,000. That's down 3.3%. So sellers are pricing their homes more aggressively, more in line with market values to get them sold, because they want to jump into the market typically, or they have something else pressing they need to do. So the number of properties that came in new on the market, 2,349 properties. That's down 4.4%. So we're slowing down a little bit in listing homes. Median square footage came in at $167 a square foot. And then median living area, your typical home size, is 1,804 square feet. That's up a little bit month over month, 2.4%. But that is your typical home size being sold in San Antonio or listed in San Antonio. And active listings, these homes have already been through that initial honeymoon period, the 10 days, new listing. Um, the average, the median list price or typical list price came in at 300,000. So these are priced a little bit higher. The number of properties there in this category came in at 7,314 properties. The typical days on the market for these homes is 63 days on the market, and the typical living space for these properties came in at 1,851 square feet. So they are a little bit bigger. New pending listings, these are just gone under contract, and they are through the inspection process. They've already renegotiated repairs. These homes typically are priced at 295,000. There's 1,243 properties that just went under pending status. That's down 22.9%. So we're seeing a little bit less buying activity there in these numbers. Um, Days on market, 49 days on market. That's up 16.7%. They're moving a little bit slower there. And the typical home size came in at 1,844 square feet. Pending listings, they're the same as the last ones. They've just been in that status a little bit longer. They're waiting on their final paperwork to go to sold status for these homes. Came in at $306,559. The number of properties in this category came in at 1,802, and the median living area square footage came in at 1,900 square feet. So quite a bit bigger, home there than your typical median home that's being listed right now. Sold listings in September 2024 came in at 295,000 for a typical price. Number of properties that made it 1,231 properties. Yeah, sellers were getting about 97.5% of their sales price, and they were spending about 45 days on the market. Typical price per square foot came in at $161 a square foot. So, recapping there, you can see we have about 4.5 months worth of inventory. Change over the last month came in at 2.7%. So, increase of inventory there. Last 12 months, we've added 16.4% in inventory. So, who knows what the last quarter is going to bring here? I think we're going to be pretty steady. I don't see us changing these numbers very drastically. I think the Fed's probably going to just pause. They're probably not going to cut rates. They're probably not going to increase rates yet. But I think they're probably going to end up just pausing and not doing anything and let the market kind of work itself out. And hopefully through the end of 2024, we'll continue to see just the stable numbers, for a while so that people can make a decision. But if you have any questions about this or you're thinking about making a move, next thing to do, give me a call or a text, 210-260-6617. Be happy to give you an evaluation of your home and what it might mean for you to make a move in 2024, 2025, or beyond. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.